Hey guys, welcome back to The Witness. Last episode, we solved this crazy concoction. A series of weird parallel puzzles in this laser over here that started way down there, so it actually went on for a while. We're seeing how extensive some of this gets, and it's starting to look like we're definitely... We knew from the beginning we're sort of powering up these wires to do things, but it looks like that also ultimately leads to powering up a laser that shoots across. Or at least that's what happened this time, because last time we got a weird diagram that seemed to indicate something, although I think that was a smaller side puzzle, while this is more of a huge, important main component of the game. So now we just need to figure out where to go next. I'm curious. Let's check out the cherry blossom area. Are there puzzles up here, or is it just a little pleasant little area? Hello? This is just gonna be one big exploration puzzle game. I don't think there's any necessarily a direction to it all. Hello? What's going on here? No, failed. Weird. So it's just like some big tree pattern. I wonder. I could arguably brute force it, but it seems like since there's a series of them wired together, I assume that they're going to get increasingly complicated. More likely. Let's try it out. Oh, there's one that's sitting on its own. Nope, that's not the solution. Do I hit the one that's not on the other side? Nope. You know, let's just brute force this first one, just to see what the rise of complexity is, because I assume it's going to get super hard immediately. But, did I pick this one already? Oh, wow. It's actually a little bit hard to, fork at the right moments. Like if you ever played Pac-Man and and would find yourself missing the turns a little bit. I'm curious. I just want to see what happens if I find the solution to this first one. I imagine there may be a numerical solution for this. Wow, are none of these the solution? Oh, there it was. In the quiet, it almost made me jump a little bit. Alright. So I don't necessarily know if there's a secret... Oh. Is it that? Oh, look at that! The secret is that there's an apple in the tree, indicating which branch it's on, and it's the green trees. So you have to find a green tree and look at the fruit in the tree. Alright. So look at this one then. So, left, right, left. Left, right, left. Oopsie. That one? Yeah. Didn't quite count as many forks as existed. That's... Oh, did I just fail it? I may have just failed it by misclicking, actually. When it seemed like I was successful. Are you powered back up? Yeah, you are. Okay, so don't mess up. It punishes you by making you go backwards. So... Left... Right... Right... Left. Left, right, right, left. Left, right, right, left. There we go. That powers up the next phase. Yeah, sometimes, in this case, I had to brute force one solution to find out what the real solution was. Interesting. Now they're crisscrossing in a three-dimensional space. But from this perspective, we want to go left, right, right, right. Right? Yeah, left, right, right, right. Left, right, right, right. Bam! Things are lighting up. This is going to be a whole game of aha moments, isn't it? Alright, this is interesting. I like this one. Because it's still mazes, but we're recontextualizing why we're doing it. In fact, the maze itself isn't a maze. It's a forking pattern. There's no getting lost in it or navigating it. It's just figuring out what the secret is. Left, right, right, left. I think. Oops. Left... Right, right, left. Did I mess up? Left, right, right, left, right? Is there another one around here? Oh no. Did I make a terrible mistake? Is it a horrible night to have a curse? Hello, village. Wow, everywhere we go, there's another thing to look at, alright? What's kind of nice is they do just give you what you put in last time, so you don't have to resolve what that is. But, they definitely make you run backwards. Let's see here. Is there a limited... is this thing asymmetrical? It is asymmetrical. One of them has a missing fork on one side near the far end. And that's on this side. So it's flipped. Okay, so... right... left... left... right. Right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. Got it. So yeah, you count the forks and see the missing one, but then see the missing one's actually on the opposite side of this diagram because it's over on the left instead of the right, so the whole tree is flipped. Alright. I'm on board so far, I think. How about this one? This one's also getting weird. Oh. So one of these... oh man, I gotta look at this in three-dimensional space a little bit, so... it appears that it's facing the same direction still. 1, 2, 3 on the left. Yeah, on the left branch, the two on the left are... there's two on the far left, and then one on the next over the left. Where on this one is... oh, never mind. Is it the directions? Oh, let's look at the inner side, actually. The inner side is easier to look at. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one? Okay, is this the wrong tree? It almost looks like it's not even the right tree for this. This is getting weird. Because it looks like the two inside branches both... wait, is there even a fruit here? This one doesn't even have fruit. This is the wrong tree. They're tricking me, aren't they? Do we need to find another tree that's somewhere else? I think this tree is a trick. It doesn't have a fruit. Unless the branch that had the fruit broke off. Let's see, there's a staircase over here. It's apparently not open. Oh, there's apples around. Is that a broken off branch? I think this indicates that the branch... in here there's a broken off branch and an apple. Does that indicate that they broke off the branch that had the apple? So I have to figure out which branch is broken off that had the apple on it, basically? Okay. So there's 3 broken off branches, and 2 of them are supposed to be there, apparently. And one of them... 2 of the breaks are supposed to be there, but one of the breaks was not supposed to be there. Is that also a break up there? I don't think so. So... it looks like this one in the middle, on the right, is supposed to have all 4 of its branches, so the inner right one, right here... holy shit, I figured it out. Okay. I'm kind of proud of myself on that one. That didn't take me very long to piece together. I did see this thing somewhat by happenstance, though. Is that a little, almost like a little card? What are you? So there's the cut up apple. There's some kind of design over here. Like a sunrise. It doesn't seem very puzzle oriented, so I don't think I'm gonna write it down. I think it's just a cute it's just a cute napkin. Yeah, the same symbol as on the knife over here. But there's the missing branch. Hello, trees. By the way, that level of specific detail just means that I got this one, but I can totally see that throwing me off in the future, that kind of specificity. Hello, you. It's a diagram of the heart. But it's weirdly like a... it looks like the heart, but it's weirdly almost like it's drawn as if there's supposed to be 2 hearts. No, that's just the circulatory system for the lung, I'm sure. Oh my god. It's a bunch of drawings that compare the heart to root structures and tree structures. So there's the nerve. There's a nerve. Yeah, that's a nerve. Those are the nervous system. It looks like it's a sprout though. Those are lung ventricles. That's the circulatory system. Those are branches. And then they're drawing the veins going through someone's body. So they're basically comparing how they're comparing organic material in humans to organic material in plants, which makes this entire wall covered in this stuff look way creepier all of a sudden. Let's see, is there anything interactive around here? There's drafting pencils and so on. There's the food they were eating. There's all these little trees they were maintaining. And that might be it. It might just be this nice little site. I don't see anything discarded or interactive. And at first glance, I don't think I would say this is... I don't think I would interpret this as being a puzzle component. But I think it's a memorable enough site that if I have to come back here, I think I would be able to find my way back just fine. Let's go ahead and hop down here as is probably intended. Never mind, you can't hop down. Interesting. All that tree work led to more little sketches about trees, but not necessarily a solution. Hello? Can I go down inside the lighthouse? If I can, I apparently have to find a way that doesn't involve going off of small ledges, because those are impassable. Alright. Let's try to loop around here. I'm plenty curious about you. Those are nice little textures, by the way. I like the detail on how this is all laid out. This game is super nice to look at. I'm not going to get over that, probably. Hello, you. What's your deal? Just go grab all the dots? Yep, that's all it is. Oh, man. This is a cool game to navigate. It just keeps getting more and more strange. Is that another laser cannon up there? Hey! That's... Assuming I use the thumbnail I've designed already, I think that's the windmill. That's a very confusing little offshoot for me to talk about if I'm wrong and I don't actually... And that's not what happens. Oh, you pick a side, huh? Interesting. Do I have a reason to pick one or the other? Does it? Oh, it changes what direction the fan that the windmill rotates in. It was motionless at first, right? Okay. So then the question is, which way do I want to rotate? Maybe we'll find out as I go down inside. Oh wow, look at this place. The game seems to chug a little bit every now and then I think it's when it's loading a new area. I'll just suddenly lose like a frame here and there. Welcome to Creepy Cavern Land. Be sure to wear your safety helmet instead of in case of cave-ins. Yeah, I bet that windmill comes up at some point. Hello. Is this... Oh. We're gonna have a whole underground cave system puzzle area, aren't we? Okay, why not? So, we know that we need to separate... Oopsie. We need to separate the white ones from the black ones. There we go. Hey, you! Are you what I saw before? Let me check my diagram. I think we've started with you before. Can I rotate it to match? So, judging from my diagram, let's see if this is valid. I'm rotating my sideways. Wow.
Well, that's no better a solution than any of the others, is it? So, in the end, have we learned anything from this look at why the world turned out the way it did that's of any use to us in our future? Something, I think. That the key to why things change is the key to everything. How easy is it for knowledge to spread? And that in the past, the people who made change happen were the people who had that knowledge, whether they were craftsmen or kings. Today, the people who make things change, the people who have that knowledge, are the scientists and the technologists who are the true driving force of humanity. And before you say, what about the Beethovens and the Michelangelos? Let me suggest something with which you may disagree violently. That at best, the products of human emotion, art, philosophy, politics, music, literature, are interpretations of the world that tell you more about the guy who's talking than about the world he's talking about. Second-hand views of the world, made third-hand by your interpretation of them. Things like that, as opposed to this. Know what it is? It's a bunch of amino acids, the stuff that goes to build up a worm or a geranium or you. This stuff's easier to take, isn't it? Understandable. Got people in it. This, scientific knowledge, is hard to take because it removes the reassuring crutches of opinion, ideology, and leaves only what is demonstrably true about the world. And the reason why so many people may be thinking about throwing away those crutches is because, thanks to science and technology, they have begun to know that they don't know so much, and that if they are to have more say in what happens to their lives, more freedom to develop their abilities to the full, they have to be helped towards that knowledge that they know exists and that they don't possess. And by help towards that knowledge, I don't mean give everybody a computer and say, help yourself. Where would you even start? No, I mean trying to find ways to translate the knowledge, to teach us to ask the right questions. See, we're on the edge of a revolution in communications technology that is going to make that more possible than ever before. Or, if that's not done, to cause an explosion of knowledge that will leave those of us who don't have access to it as powerless as if we were deaf, dumb, and blind. And I don't think most people want that. So what do we do about it? I don't know. But maybe a good start would be to recognize within yourself the ability to understand anything, because that ability's there, as long as it's explained clearly enough. And then go and ask for explanations. And if you're thinking right now, what do I ask for? Ask yourself if there's anything in your life that you want changed. That's where to start.
Well, that took a turn, didn't it? I think I love this game. I'm happy with that. So, to get in, we need the dot puzzle, and we need this, the domino puzzle, I guess I might call it, in order to get in here, which is the same things we need in order to get to this in the first place. And using that... Okay. What's this? Oh, wow.
Cause an explosion of knowledge that will leave those of us who don't have interpretations of the world that tell you...
That's really interesting. You can actually manually change where it's playing.
Well, that's no better a solution than any of the others, is it?
Oh, it plays from the end. Interesting. So if you stretch it all the way to the beginning, it plays from there. So now we have 6... That means there's 6 tapes you can play in this Windmill. You just need to find the more configurations on how to solve this, basically. Interesting. There's 2 starting points and a whole bunch of ending points. And as I navigate the island, I'll find more and more places where that have notes like that, apparently. What's that over there? Is that just a weird light? Oh, that's the tile that makes up the wall. Okay. So I should take a look around and try to find more hexagonal puzzles that I can use to insert here as a code. I could brute force it, but that sounds boring. But that was interesting. So he was going on about basically the way that the technology revolution can basically democratize information in a way that can leave people behind and be kind of terrifying. And he actually kind of broke the fourth wall there and he was basically saying to the player themselves, you have the ability to understand this stuff, even when it seems complicated, if it's explained clearly enough. And that's why they do all those little like practice problems on the way to each real big problem. They're basically encouraging you to be like, no, you're going to ultimately be able to solve all this. This is interesting. This is something we haven't seen before. Alright, it flashed when I went in front of it. It's a triangle. Maybe that means I don't want to be in front of it? So just don't go in front of it? Nope. Okay, let's think otherwise then. It's a triangle. It has 3 sides. Do I have to go... Maybe I have to touch 3 sides of that shape. No, that's not it either. Okay, we may have to wait on this one. So as we've established, you needed to know the dot puzzle and the domino puzzle to get through these doors, and you were taught those elsewhere. So the implication would then be that this thing with the weird triangle is something we're going to learn at some point, and I'm going to want to come back and solve that probably when I get the chance. Probably when I'm coming back to turn in one of my other hexagonal codes. Oh yeah, here's more of those. So this looks really familiar at first, until you hit those little nuclear-looking symbols or something. And then these also, yep. Things have gotten sufficiently different. So, oh, that looks like the doors to a theater. I wouldn't be surprised if you find 6 codes for that room, but then you actually end up being able to access this room by getting these 2 complicated puzzles done by knowing these new mechanics. And then that whole behind that might be a theater that has even more ability to play videos in it. We'll have to find out. Either way, this game's getting interesting. It's not it so far it's 100% these little maze panel things, but they're actually getting implemented in so many different ways that it's actually being relatively fresh in a way that I wasn't entirely sure it would be at first. Interesting. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna cut it here. We've had a little adventure with the cherry blossom forest and the trees, and actual almost is this lore? I don't even know if it counts as lore. It's mostly just a weird message. But we've definitely had a change of pace this episode. Thanks for watching like always, and I'll see you next time.